is the adversary, is my adversary. Here's somebody who doesn't allow, who believes in a religion, a male-dominated religion, that doesn't allow women to have their right to do whatever the hell they want to do to their body. And they equate Catholicism with Judaism, and that's the end of that.
So you're talking about the depersonalized world of Diana Murphy.
Yeah. Is that okay?
It's fine with me.
Okay, so I thought that what I would do right now is just give a primer really quick on how does Judaism view abortion. Are we good? Hey, you're supposed to look like you're attentive.
I am.
You look like you're interested.
I'm trying to hear you, so
no, you're trying to look at the damn chat room is what you're doing. Come on,
you don't have to.
I'm trying to make a video here.
I'm listening.
All right. So here's what's going on. Here's the story on Judaism's look at abortion. Judaism says that a person is not born. They're not born, right, until they come out of the womb.
And graduate from medical school.
And graduate from a real medical school.
And now you're into training.
No, no.
A real medical school.
You're just like quasi-born at that point. Yeah, you got to come out of medical school and finish your residency and your internship and get board certified, and then you're fully alive. But prior to that, no. But on the day that you're born, at the end of the 9 months, you come out of the womb, and that is when life begins. That's when you're a full person. However, Judaism says prior to that time, from the moment of conception, right, until the day that you die, it's what's called a partial. It's a partial person. It's not a full person. If like there's a person.
It's like a slave, like 3/5.
No, it's a partial person, meaning that if God forbid there was a miscarriage, do we sit shiva for a miscarriage? No, right? You know, it's not a person with a full life. They're not a full person. You know, a fetus or an embryo or whatever is not a full person. However, we're going to get into this. So the difference between Catholicism and Judaism is that Catholicism, I believe, looks at from the moment go of conception.
Yeah.
That's murder.
Yeah, like when that egg meets that sperm.
Boom.
Boom.
That's murder now. If there was an abortion, Judaism doesn't think it's murder ever because the problem is it's not a full. It's not a full.
Right.
It's not a full person. So if you hit a pregnant woman, okay, it says this in the Chumash, in the written Torah. If a man hits a pregnant woman and she miscarriages, is that the death penalty to him? Did he kill somebody? No. He caused her.
He has to pay a monetary.
He has to pay a monetary fine. But if it was a murder, then he would be the death penalty. So we see that it's not. But he doesn't walk off scot-free out of this, right?
Yeah.
Here's what Torah says. Torah says that from the moment of conception, it's the start of life. It's the start of life. And there's enough people, enough major poskim, enough major rabbis today that hold that because life has started on the moment of conception, therefore abortion is not permitted from the moment of conception. Because you're stopping the formation of life. You're doing a...
stopping the formation of life.
Yeah, you're doing a... You're killing...
Potential life.
You're killing potential life. Right? It's not murder, but you're not allowed to do it.
It's kind of like masturbating.
Well...
But even more serious.
Thank you. Okay, so that's the story on that. Now...
Talk about a Holocaust on your plate.
I'm glad you're entertaining yourself. Now here's the thing on that. We also say this, that if there's a question between, let's say like the woman's health is at risk, like she might die if she has this kid, and said, oh my God, you know, if you follow through with the entire pregnancy, this kid's going to kill you. I mean, this is going to kill you. Then we view the kid, the baby, whatever you want to call it, the fetus, as a murderer. The fetus is the murderer, and so if it's a question between the mother's life and the child that she's carrying, which one do we choose, Levi?
Mother.
We save the mother, we kill the fetus. We kill the fetus even on the 9th, as it's moving down the
Fallopian tubes.
no, as it's moving out the birth canal. Until it has its head exposed, you can kill that thing. Okay, so we can do that even on the final right when it's being born. If this is about to kill the mother, we kill the kid. Okay, so if the mother's life is at risk, okay. So anywhere along the way in the 9 months, if the mother's life is at risk, we have to kill the kid, right? We have to do the abortion. The question is, what if it's not life or death, where it's not so blatant, right? It's not like, we know that the kid that she's going to die in delivery, right? We know that she's never going to make it through these 9 months. She's going to die. Those are obvious cases. But what if
she wants to take a vacation to Europe?
No.
Or she wants a baby girl and she finds out it's a boy?
No. It's something that's going to cause her a lot of emotional strain. She's single, right? She can't handle the idea of...
Or the father's a black guy and, husband's a white guy. So it could cause a lot of...
Oh, what about that one? What about that she's married to some guy and she fooled around with another guy?
Yeah, with a Persian, really swarthy Persian.
Right. So, and this is just going to...
The baby's going to come out with gold chains around his head.
And she can't handle what's happened. Or she's been raped.
Right,
or it was a case of incest because Levi went after his niece or something,
Gosh forbid.
Right. So what if it's a case like that where the emotional stress and strain is going to make a deep-rooted psychological problem for her for the rest of her life, where she can't handle it. She's not capable of handling it because this will destroy her emotionally or whatever. That is what we call a case-by-case basis, and here's where that comes into play. There are enough rabbis out there who are of enough stature that hold that, like an alien-human hybrid. That would be another case,
Yeah, it's you're impregnated by an extraterrestrial.
Yes, that would kind of be like the thing. Or Michelle says a 10-year-old girl, right? What if these are all, you're on the right track, people. Things that are just too much for these people to handle. They have to go...
Well, the baby's retarded. They're the fetus.
No, that's...
It's got extra chromosomes.
No, that's never going to work. That's never going to work.
Okay. So even if the baby's mentally defective...
Yeah, you got to have the kid. The thing is that they're going to drive... It would be too much, the rapist or the whatever. But it's a case-by-case basis, Levi, and you have to go to a major league raw. You have to go, oh my God, I got pregnant, I can't handle it, blah, 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 blah. And then you call your rabbi, and they decide if that's enough of a reason with you, knowing you. Are you bullshitting them? You're just trying to get an easy abortion so you go have sex again? Or is this for real? And it's not a blanket yes or no. And here's basically where this comes from. Because there's enough major league rabbis out there that have poskin that the Gemara says... The Talmud tells us that during the first 40 days, from the moment of conception until the soul enters the body, the soul enters the fetus on the 40th day. That's what we're learning. That the soul enters the body of the fetus on the 40th day. In the first 40 days from the moment of conception until the soul enters it, it's called mayim bi'alma. That is merely water. That it's this embryo, this group of organisms, whatever you want to call it, right? Chromosomes, or whatever you want to call it. It's just water, and to abort it doesn't have a soul in it, therefore there's room to be makel, there's room to be lenient. So the first 40 days of conception, if a woman has one of these emotional problems, it's not life or death, but it could cause tremendous emotional problems for her, it's easier, it's possible to be lenient during those first 40 days. After those first 40 days, there's no being lenient for them. So if a woman got raped or something and she's been pregnant for over 40 days, I just don't see her getting a heter for that. I don't see her getting a heter for it because there's no one on the books except there's one Das Yachid rabbi who and people don't rely on him. He's by himself.
What does Das Yaakov mean?
He's a person who